Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and, of course, the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. The most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. Of course, we have now come to the end of another week in our lives. We are heading full speed towards the weekend. How has your week been thus far? I hope all has been well. I pray and hope that you are healthy, that you are experiencing a period of happiness and joy and prosperity in your life. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. Jum'ah Mubarak going out to you and yours. And of course, before we go any further, as always, I do take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Jeevan Harupasad for those wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And of course, we do wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. Oh Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Well, today's Islamic date is the 4th day in the month of Jamadul Ukhra, which of course is the 6th month on the Islamic calendar, and currently we are in the year 1446. So basically we have rolled over to a new month. Last Sunday evening, which was Sunday the 1st of December, the moon was looked for to commence the month of Jamadul Ukhra this particular month. And I can report to you that the moon was not sighted, which resulted in the month of Jamadul Ula completing 30 days. So the 30th day of that particular month of last month would have been Monday this week, which meant that Tuesday would have been the first day of the new month, Jamadul Ukhra, the 6th month on the Islamic calendar. So what that basically means is that we've got literally 3 months, approximately 3 months before the arrival of the month of Ramadan. How quickly has the time gone? Just the other day, we completed 1 month of Ramadan, and now we are literally staring down the barrel of another month. And that's just the nature of life. Life goes on. Today also coincides with the first Friday in the month of December in the year 2024. Another month rolling by. The question is, what are you doing with your life? How are you spending the moments of your life? Are you getting the best version out of yourself? That is a question that you will have to ask yourself and honestly give yourself a correct answer. Well, on that note, as we are now getting ready to commence the holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, allow me now to take the opportunity, of course, to welcome you live on air, live on the internet, live across our social feeds on Facebook and on YouTube as well, for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Do stick around. This is yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, right here on 103.1 FM, and you're listening to Soul Inspirations.
बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की पावे करे बिछाया क्या खूब फर्श खाकी पावे करे बिछाया क्या खूब फर्श खाकी और सर पे लाजवर्दी और सर पे लाजवर्दी एक साहिबा बनाया तारीफ उस खुदा की मिट्टी से बैल बूटे क्या खुशनुमा उड़ाए मिट्टी کی سبز خلعتیں، پہنا کی سبز خلعتیں، انہیں کو جوان بنایا، تعریف اس خدا کی جس نے جہاں بنایا، تعریف اس خدا کی۔ یہ پیاری پیاری چڑیاں پھرتی ہیں جو چہکتی، یہ پیاری پیاری چڑیاں پھرتی ہیں جو چہکتی، قدرتی نے تیری ان کو، قدرتی نے تیری ان کو تسبیح خواب بنایا، تعریف اس خدا کی۔ آب رواں کے اندر مچھلی بنائی تو نے، آب رواں کے اندر مچھلی بنائی تو نے، مچھلی کے تیرنے کو، مچھلی کے تیرنے کو آب رواں بنایا، تعریف اس خدا کی۔ ہر چیز سے ہے تیری کاریگری ٹپکتی، ہر چیز سے ہے تیری کاریگری ٹپکتی، کارخانہ تو نے، کارخانہ تو نے گھبرایا بنایا، تعریف اس خدا کی جس نے جہاں بنایا، کیسی زمین بنائی، کیسی زمین بنائی، کیا آسمان بنایا، تعریف اس خدا کی۔
Yes, you are tuned into Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safras Ghani. And as always, I must say, it's indeed an absolute honor and, of course, a personal pleasure to be in your company once again for around about the next hour or so. I also must add that the program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Trinilink Solutions Limited, the original Barbecue Hut Limited, Fortune Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Nicer Brand Products Limited, and Adams Project Management and Construction Limited. Special thanks going out to our sponsors. And of course, you can message me this morning via the WhatsApp number 2994103 right here on 103.1 FM. Alternatively, you can send me a message via the social feeds, via our Facebook feed, and also our YouTube feed as well. May Allah continue to bless you and yours. Well, on the program this morning, as always, we've got a very, very intriguing segment lined up for you. Of course, we start off with our short inspirational segment, followed by the early morning call to prayer. We've got a few beautiful Islamic selections coming up as well. As we work our way through the course of the program and get into our lecture segment, this morning we'll be talking about a very, very important topic. This morning, we'll be talking about the importance of being optimistic in life. Are you an optimist or are you a pessimist? And that is our discussion point for this morning. Well, on that note, I say to you once again, Jummah Mubarak, may Allah continue to bless you and yours. Do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. I've got lots to share with you as we continue on with this particular hour together right here on 103.1 FM.
طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع. Oh, the white moon rolls over us from the valley of Wada, and we owe it to show gratefulness where the call is to Allah. طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله رسول الله حبيب الله نبي الله شفيع الله رسول الله حبيب الله نبي الله شفيع الله. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير دار. أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير دار. أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير دار. رسول الله حبيب الله نبي الله شفيع الله رسول الله حبيب الله نبي الله. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Oh, you who were raised amongst us, coming with a word to be obeyed. You have brought to this city nobleness. Welcome, best caller to God's way. أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطاع جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير دار. طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله رسول الله حبيب الله نبي الله شفيع الله رسول الله حبيب الله نبي الله شفيع الله. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. طلع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داع.
Allah's blessings and mercies to you and yours on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. It is, of course, the day of Jum'ah, the promise of a new start, the gift of a brand new day. We thank Almighty Allah for all of His bounties and blessings. And I wanted to tell you this morning that don't ever think that you don't matter in this world. Don't think that you are not worth anything in this world. It is because of you now someone likes themselves a little bit more because of a comment you might have made, because of a good gesture you might have extended, because of a smile you might have extended to that person. Someone probably remembered a joke that you told them, and that brightened their heart or brightened their day. Someone felt good about themselves because of a compliment you give them. So never think that you don't have an impact. Your fingerprints or your footprints can be wiped away, but the mark of kindness that you have left on the world will be everlasting, and it sends ripple effects all the way through. So continue to instill positivity in your life, because not only do you become what you think about, but the world around you also becomes what you think about. And those who think that the world is a dark place are blind to the light that might illuminate their lives at some point. And those who see the light of the world, they view the dark spots as merely potential light to be exploited. So the choice is yours. Either you can choose darkness or you can choose light. And I can tell you, if you choose the light, that in itself will illuminate everything around you. So on that note, I say to you, may Allah bless you this day. May He remove all obstacles and all challenges from your path. May He open the doors upon you, and may He grant you all that is good in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. I also must take the opportunity as well to say a very special thank you going up to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of TriniLink Solutions Limited, the Original Barbecue Hut Limited, Point Fortune Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Nicer Brand Products Limited, and Adams Project Management and Construction Limited. Well, with that being said, our inspirational segment is literally just around the corner. Do stick around. You are listening to Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM. So a very simple but extremely important message for you this morning. And that message is, don't, whatever you do, linger in your past to the point that it begins to affect your present and your future. Don't linger in your past to the extent that you can't see the opportunities literally right there in front of you. As the saying goes, don't cry over spilt milk. There is no use in worrying over past events which cannot be changed. There is simply no point in being upset or regretting something that has already happened to you. Again, that cannot be changed at any point in time. And let's talk this morning in vehicular terms. In a vehicle, there is a windscreen and there is a rearview mirror. Now, there is a reason why the windscreen is significantly larger than the rearview mirror. It is an indication that what is in front of you is by far much more important than what is behind you. As a matter of fact, what is behind you is only worth a few occasional glances from time to time. Similarly, within the scope of your life, what is in front of you meaning your future, is by far more important than what is behind you, meaning your past. Your past is only worth a few occasional glances from time to time, but your real and your full focus has to be in front, not behind you. Every second you dwell on the past, you steal from your future. Every minute you spend focusing on problems, you take away from finding the solutions to those problems. And to drive that point, of course, I've got an anecdote for you. A man came out one day for a walk on the riverbank, and when he came out, it was in the morning, it was still dark, as the sun had not yet fully risen. After walking for a while, his foot hit a bag that was lying there. And of course, out of curiosity, the man picked up the bag and he put his hand inside. As it was still dark, he could not see the contents of the bag. So he literally just felt around inside the bag, and he found that the bag was filled with stones. So to pass the time, the man sat there and he started to pick the stones out of the bag and throw them into the water one by one. By the time he got down to the last stone, the sun came up. And now, because of the sunrise, the sunlight had spread all around. Now in the light, the man was now able to see what was in his hand. He was now able to see that what he had been throwing into the water all along was not stones. He saw that the so-called stone he was holding on to was very shiny and very bright. Instantly he realized that the stone he was holding on to was no ordinary stone. He was stunned because what he was holding in his hand was actually a very, very precious gem, a very precious ruby. Seeing this, he started crying bitterly. Looking at the last precious stone in his hand, he started cursing the darkness as he realized that he had thrown away so many rubies and so many gems. Just then a wise man went past, saw him crying and asked, "What happened? Why are you crying like this? What is the matter with you?" So the man told him what happened and how he had lost so many precious stones. The wise man said to him, "Son, don't be sad. You are still lucky that the sun rose in time before you threw away the last stone. Otherwise, you would have lost everything. This one precious stone that you have in your possession can still help you tremendously. So instead of crying over what has gone, you should be happy with what is in your hand. Rejoice and strive for a better future and thank Allah for what you still have in front of you." After hearing the wise man's words, the man stopped crying and he went home happily. The takeaway point from this is that you should not keep regretting over what you have lost, but you should move ahead in life with what you have in your hand and make the most of it. Always remember that life is full of changes, full of losses and unexpected turns. You may lose opportunities, you may lose relationships, you may lose possessions, and sometimes you can never get them back. It's all natural to feel a sense of regret or sadness when you experience these losses. However, it is extremely important to remember that dwelling on what is lost can hinder your ability. To, number one, appreciate what you still have, and number two, it will hinder your ability to move forward in a positive direction. Regret itself often stems from focusing on the past, on things you cannot change. It is important to acknowledge your feelings of loss and disappointment, but it is equally important to recognize that dwelling on those regrets does not change what has happened in the past. And it will never ever help your present state or your future state as well. Every experience, including loss, teaches you valuable lessons that can help you grow and evolve as an individual. And by approaching life with the mindset of learning and growth, I can assure you, you can turn setbacks into opportunities of self-improvement and personal development. Moving forward with what you have in hand doesn't mean that you ignore your past or the lessons it has taught you. It means that you accept what has happened, You accept that this is the decree of the Almighty. You learn from it and you use that knowledge to shape your present and your future in a positive way. Ultimately, by focusing on the present moment, by continuously looking ahead, and by making most of what you have right now in front of you, the resources you have in front of you, the energies you have in front of you, the opportunities you have in front of you, you can create a more fulfilling and a more meaningful life. So my message to you this morning is quite simple. Let go of regrets and embrace what you have in your hand right now. Move forward with confidence, move forward with optimism, and most importantly, place your full trust in the Almighty. And I can definitely assure you that these things will deliver you to higher ground. At this point in the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer is being brought to you this morning through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canoopia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على حي على
A very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of TriniLink Solutions Limited, The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, Comfort Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canoopia, Nicer Brand Products Limited, and Adams Project Management and Construction Limited. Well, with that being said, our lecture segment is up next. Do stick around. You're tuned into Soul Inspirations right here on 103.1 FM. Sometimes I can't see where I'm supposed to go. Sometimes I speed up when I should take it slow. Through all my hard times, when I lose my way, you're perceiving my mistakes. I know you're always by my side, never turning out your light. When I need you most, your stars will shine. When I'm out there in the darkest place, worn and tired, I can still see you illuminate all my skies. When it feels like I've fallen too far from you, they are guiding me through. Whenever I feel down, you can lift me up, turning my life around with your love. No matter how rough it gets, I can wear a smile, 'cause your mercy never dries. Yeah. I know you're always by my side, never turning up your light. When I need you most, your stars will shine. When I'm out there in the darkest place, worn and tired, I can still see you illuminate all my skies. When it feels like I've fallen too far from you, they are guiding me through. They are guiding me through. Ain't nobody, no nobody that knows me like you do. Ain't nobody makes me feel this way. Yeah, got no worries, no worries about anything, 'cause I know you're always there. When I'm out there in the darkest place, worn and tired, I can still see you illuminate all my skies. When it feels like I've fallen too far from you, they are guiding me through. They are guiding me through. They are guiding me through.
ربنا يا ربنا 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 ربنا يا ربنا. Oh Allah, you are the greatest, nothing can compare to you. Oh Allah, you are the greatest, nothing can compare to you. Oh Allah, you are the greatest, nothing can compare to you. Giving, loving, merciful Lord, all praise is due to you. Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana. Oh my Lord, I raise my hands, supplicating love to you. Oh my Lord, I raise my hands, supplicating love to you. Grant me in the afterlife the glory of seeing you. Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana, Rabbana ya Rabbana. Oh, the one who gives and takes, give us all that is good. Oh, the one who gives and takes, give us all that is good. Oh, the one who gives and takes, give us all that is good. Allow us to fulfill our aims and gain reward in all we do. ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا. Oh Allah, I turn to you in my times of need and joy. Oh Allah, I turn to you in my times of need and joy. Truly you know everything, make my worries be no more. ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا. হে খোদা তুমি রহম করে রানী কেউ তোমার সমান। হে খোদা তুমি রহম করে রানী কেউ তোমার সমান। হে খোদা তুমি রহম করে রানী কেউ তোমার সমান। ভালোবাসো আমাদেরকে তুমি যে মহিয়ান। রব্বানা ইয়া রব্বানা রব্বানা ইয়া ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا ربنا ربنا يا.
يا من صليت بكل الأنبياء، يا من في قلبك رحمة للناس، يا من ألفت قلوبا بالإسلام، يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله، بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي، صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي. حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد. حبيبي يا محمد يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد، يا من حليت حياتنا بالإيمان، يا من بجمالك علمت الإحسان، يا من نورت قلوبنا بالقرآن، يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله، بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي، صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي. حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد. حبيبي يا محمد يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد. صلى الله على خاتم الأنبياء محمد محمد، رحمة للعالمين رحمة للعالمين. محمد محمد، رحمة للعالمين رحمة للعالمين. محمد محمد، رحمة للعالمين رحمة للعالمين. حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد. حبيبي يا يا محمد يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد حبيبي يا محمد يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد.
Welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment on this beautiful Friday morning. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. May the blessings and the mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Well, at this point in the program, we now get into our lecture segment, and like I mentioned this morning, we are talking about the importance of being optimistic in life. Life, as we all know, is a journey filled with ups and downs, filled with successes and failures, filled with joys and sorrows. And in the face of all of these challenges, cultivating optimism can be a beacon of light that guides you through the darkest of times. Optimism is not merely a state of mind, but I can tell you it is a way of life. It is the belief that good things will happen and that your actions can promote and influence positive outcomes. That belief is what is known as optimism. And optimists view setbacks as temporary and specific to a particular situation rather than as permanent and all-encompassing. This mindset enables you to bounce back from adversity with resilience and with hope and trust in the Almighty that He will deliver you to greater things. And in a world filled with uncertainties and challenges, I can safely say to you this morning that embracing optimism can be a guiding light that illuminates the pathway ahead of you towards a brighter and a more fulfilling future. So the essence of optimism is that it is a mindset characterized by hopefulness and confidence in positive outcomes, regardless of the situation, whether good or bad. It is the belief that through perseverance, through resilience, and a positive attitude, you can overcome obstacles in your life and you can achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. And that is an extremely important concept to hold on to. So let's highlight this point with, of course, an anecdote as we move along with the program. So there was a king who once gave a death sentence to 2 prisoners. And this anecdote will really and truly highlight the importance of your outlook in life, how you look at things. Sometimes you can look at things as the glass is half full, or you can look at it as though the glass is half empty. So this king, he gave a death sentence to 2 prisoners. One of them knew that the king very much loved his horses. He had a profound love for his horse. So as the soldiers were about to take them away, that particular prisoner said to the king that if you spare my life, if my life is spared, I will teach your horse to fly in 1 year. Hearing this, of course, the king became happy, thinking that he would be able to ride the only flying horse in the world. So with this thought in mind, he spared that prisoner's life and he set him free. The other prisoner looked at him in disbelief and he said, you know that no horse can fly, right? You're making a promise that you can't deliver, and you're only just postponing your death sentence by 1 year. But the first prisoner replied, what I have done is that I have actually given myself 3 possibilities for freedom. The first possibility is that the king can die within 1 year, within the year. The second possibility is that the horse can die within the year. And the third possibility is that you never know, maybe I might still be able to teach the horse to fly. You should never ever lose hope. Even in the worst scenarios, even in the face of the worst adversities, always adopt an optimistic outlook on life. And the impact of optimism in your life is far-reaching. It enhances resilience, it improves your mental well-being, it promotes better problem-solving abilities, and you're able to have a much more positive outlook on life. But the big question is, how do you cultivate optimism? And that is where we need to focus on. That is where we need to place our attention on. How do we cultivate optimism? Well, I want to share with you a few points this morning. Number one, develop positive self-talk. Pay attention to your inner dialogue and replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Extremely important. Also extremely important, practice gratitude. And that is something that we tend to find lacking in our lives. Cultivate a sense of gratitude by reflecting on the things that you are thankful for in your life, whether large or small. Surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with people who radiate positivity, people who are there to encourage, and distance yourself from those who drain your energy or who promote negativity. Have full faith in Allah. Have full faith in Allah's mercy and blessings, and trust in Allah's plan. Even in difficult situations, even if you don't understand that plan, have trust that Allah's plan is much better for you. As much as possible, cultivate your thoughts. Train yourself to think only positive thoughts. Practice patience in every situation. It is extremely easy to lose hope. It is much easier to lose hope than to practice patience. And that is where we need to practice getting yourself to a point where you are able to exhibit patience regardless of the situation. Be contented. Very, very important. That is another thing that we find extremely difficult in our lives. We tend to look at the other person, what they have, and very quickly we are not contented with what we have. Realize that true happiness lies within you, and waste no time and effort searching for peace, searching for contentment and joy in the world externally. Be resilient. Don't be quick to throw in the towel, because every great achievement comes with great sacrifice. And if you are not resilient, then you are not going to be able to achieve anything great in your life. And finally, never ever give up on prayer. Prayer is the light that will take you forward. Prayer is the light that will guide you in the abyss of darkness that you are surrounded with. Prayer is that vehicle that will transform your life and that will transport you to higher ground in every aspect of the world. So I end by saying to you this morning that optimism is not merely a state of mind, but it is a way of life. It is a powerful force that can transform your attitudes. It can transform your behaviors, and most importantly, the outcomes that you experience in life. By cultivating optimism, you equip yourself with the tools needed to navigate life's challenges. And remember, optimism is a choice. You have to literally choose to be optimistic, and it's such a choice that empowers you to face the future with courage. It empowers you to face the future with positivity and an unwavering faith in your ability to overcome obstacles and to achieve your dreams. So I say to you this morning, may optimism guide your path. May your path be illuminated towards a life which is filled with joy, fulfillment and boundless opportunities. And may Almighty Allah continue to bless you in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter with everything that is good in both worlds.
Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple, and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. I see the red of my mother's love, the true blue of my father's hugs. I see the orange of my siblings' smile. I see the pink and the white of the love of my life, and the deep, deep green that all children bring are the coolness of my eyes. For Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple, and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. Whenever I am down, I look up to the sky and I see the signs from Allah Most High. Most of all, I see light, endless light upon light. Mercy from Allah, who is yours and mine. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Rabbal Alameen. Bismillah, and again I begin. Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple, and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. I see the yellow like a sunflower smile of an orphan girl who says Alhamdulillah, or a mother who lost her child. Sees him waiting on a throne of coal so high, or a father who holds his stride, working hard every day and is firm in his faith, burning bright like a beautiful crimson flame. Says Allah, keep my family safe. For Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple, and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again. Whenever I am down, I look up to the sky and I see the signs from Allah Most High. Most of all, I see light, endless light upon light. Mercy from Allah, who is yours and mine. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Rabbal Alameen. Bismillah, and again I begin.
Of course, there are times, both yours and mine, when the tears in our eyes sting and blur out the light. But these lows bring the highs of the strength I have inside to always see my cotton candy sky.
For Allah has given me a cotton candy sky, a little bit of blue, pink, purple, and white. I sometimes see the gray and I sometimes feel the rain, but I'll see the colors of the cotton candy sky again.
Well, as we are coming to the end of the program for this morning, I must take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of TriniLink Solutions Limited. Very, very special thank you going out to our sponsors. Special thanks going out to the Original Barbecue Hut Limited, Fortune Hardware Limited, Absolute Investments Limited, Nicer Brand Products Limited, and Adams Project Management and Construction Limited. Also very special salam and greetings of peace going out to you, our listeners and viewers who have joined us on the program this morning. Thank you so much for all of the wonderful messages that I have received. Thank you so much for the kind gestures, and I say right back to you as well. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Well, of course, it was an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past hour or so. You can catch me me next week, Friday, from 5 a.m. as we bring to you another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghani, signing out for this morning. Until next week, Friday, please have an extremely blessed day. Stay safe, stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love, and may the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. Of course, keep it locked on to 103.1 FM for more inspirational and motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Every night in my dreams, I pray that I see. That is what I ask. Far across the distance and spaces between us, I want to see your face. May fall the sun. I can't wait to be with you and hold you and be